Okay. I normally don't read, but this is so big that I can't possibly screw this up. I mean, this is another announcement in this great state that is a testimony to, all the different things that we do, how we're diversifying our state and moving forward in every way, how we bring more and more opportunity. I've said it 10 million times, but not very many years back, so many people were leaving. And the shame was just this. If we could just think of Edith, the grandma, that wanted to have a cookout, and she wanted all of her grandkids to come. And many of her grandchildren were long, long, long ways away. They were in Denver and Charlotte and wherever it may be. Our families were fragmented. I mean, today is another incredible testimony and opportunity to say, we want our families to come home. We've got great jobs here and many, many, many opportunities here in West Virginia. Secretary Carmichael just told me just this, but this announcement involves the very material that, I've said over and over, I'm going to take you on a rocket ship ride. Well, for God's sakes of living, these people helped build a rocket, And so with all that being said, West Virginia is really on the move. And I am really, really proud. Lots and lots of folks here have made a lot of contribution. And we're absolutely thankful to all of them. And I'm not going to go through naming everybody. But really, if I could just now read to you just this, and I want your loudest applause that could possibly be. It says, BHE, Berkshire Hathaway Energy business. You gotta let me finish. I mean, my gracious. Okay, is purchasing more than 2,000 acres of land in Ravenswood, West Virginia, to be developed as a first of its kind renewable energy microgrid-powered industrial site. Now clap really loud. And now I'm going to read one more paragraph and then real loud, okay? Precision Castparts Corporation, PCC, a Berkshire Hathaway Incorporated business, will be the first company to locate on the site and will develop a state-of-the-art titanium melt facility that will use 100% renewable energy to manufacture titanium products for the aerospace and other industries. Now clap real loud. Now, it's amazing. It's amazing. In West Virginia, when a lot of people told a lot of bad jokes a long time ago, and they weren't funny to me. And really, at the end of the day, today is another great day. A great, great day. Mark Curtis said to me in the briefing yesterday, he says, how in the world do we keep up with all these? It's just one right after another, right after another. Well, this is not just one right after another. This is the big deal. Nucor, the big deal. But all of these that are happening are the big deals. And the bottom line of the whole thing is one thing. The world now sees West Virginia as the diamond in the rough that they missed. The world doesn't see West Virginia as a place that was maybe backward or poor or dingy or whatever it may be. The world sees West Virginia today in an entirely different light. And with that, we want to just keep propelling this absolute rocket ship that you guys are bringing, and that we have absolutely started on our way in West Virginia. You know, I've said it 1,000 times, but just look outside. Who in their right mind wouldn't want to live here? You know, and on top of that, within a rock's throw of 2/3 of the people in this country, natural resources out to yin yang, and great, great, great people. 4 seasons that are off the chart. We just needed to tell our story. And we needed then to do any and everything we could as far as legislatively and everything to attract and make it happen. I thank all of you. You know, I absolutely thank Glenn Jeffries for writing a letter. I thank all of you in every way for all the incredible work, because it's happening. It's happening right now in West Virginia. So Alicia Knapp, if you could come up and tell us all kinds of great more stuff and everything, and please have at it. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Governor. It's truly a pleasure to be here. I can't tell you how happy I am to be here with all of you today. Thank you, Governor, and thank you to so many other people, Secretary Carmichael, President Blair, Speaker Hanshaw, and most of all, Senator Jeffries, for bringing us here in the first place almost a year ago. So at Berkshire, as a Berkshire Hathaway Energy company, I would tell you we are uniquely qualified to deliver this project. And we're excited to be partnering with Precision Castparts and with the state of West Virginia to deliver this project and truly revitalize Jackson County. And I've met so many fine people from Jackson County today and can see the excitement in the community already. As the governor mentioned, the first company to locate here will be Precision Castparts, and they're going to bring an amazing business, and I'm not going to steal Steve's thunder. I'm going to let him tell you all about it. But that's just the beginning. By building the renewable powered microgrid site, we're going to be attracting additional manufacturing companies to come to West Virginia and really build upon what we're starting here with Precision Castparts. And in the spirit of being part of the community, today I'm also pleased to announce that the BHE Foundation is making a donation of $500,000 to the United Way Alliance of the Mid-Ohio Valley to support Jackson County and its surrounding neighbors. From supporting recreation leagues to K-12 schools, we know the United Way is a great community partner, and we'll use these funds to invigorate the lives of the people who call Jackson County home. This project demonstrates how investing in clean energy can revive economies that have served our country's energy needs for decades. We're thrilled to partner with Precision Castparts. We're thrilled to partner with West Virginia to deliver this landmark renewable energy solution, hundreds of jobs, significant economic development. And with that, I would like to introduce Steve Wright, President of PCC Metals, TiMet, and Special Metals Corp.
All right, thank you, Alicia. Thank you, Governor. Thank you, distinguished guests. It's a pleasure to be here today. Met Alicia and started talking about this project several months ago. We've been fortunate enough as a titanium producer globally to look at options for expanding our business, and the future of this facility is going to be an outstanding opportunity to utilize clean energy as we invest in further strengthening our position as a world leader in titanium metals manufacturing. Manufacturing our products with 100% renewable energy benefits not only Precision Castparts Corporation, but also our customers as we strive to minimize the impact of our operations and wisely use our natural resources. Really excited. And, as a West Virginia native and a Western University Mountaineer graduate, it was a pleasure as a Precision Castparts Corp president, part of which is the Titanium Metals Company, to partner with Alicia and Berkshire Hathaway Energy Renewables on a project that's this significant for our state. So with that said, I'd like to turn it over to West Virginia Secretary of Economic Development, Mitch Carmichael.
Thank you, Governor, and thanks to everyone who's gathered here today for this great event in which we signify the transition of West Virginia to a worldwide economy that embraces renewable energy and attracts world-class industries like Berkshire Hathaway Energy and Precision Castparts to the Mid-Ohio Valley. West Virginia supplied the world with energy that we dug the coal, Governor, that smelted the steel, that built the bridge, that carried the truck, that won the war. And now West Virginia is transitioning to a new method of delivering energy that is attracting world-class companies. And this facility in Jackson County has a special place in my heart because my father worked on the grounds that housed Kaiser Aluminum when it was located there that many years ago. And I can speak, and everyone here knows, when these jobs are created, it changes people's lives. It affects families and future generations. And Governor, I woke up this morning and I was thinking about the significance of this moment for Jackson County and for this plant. And I found my dad's badge that he wore for 35 years on that property. This makes a difference in people's lives. Thank you. Let me introduce my good friend who is actually has a piece of titanium in him now, as he has a hip replacement. My friend, Senator Craig Blair, President.
He's right about the titanium. And so we'll start out this conversation with the conversation about titanium. I was at the Manufacturers Association last night having dinner, and there's a chemical company that manufactures chlorine over here in South Charleston, I believe it is, and it's Clarion is the name of the company. And I got to telling them a little bit about what was going on here, and they go, we're huge users of titanium, and they're buying it outside the country. They go, we want to be able to meet with them and talk to them and see about the possibility of being able to buy inside the United States for titanium. So if there's any possibility of being able to do that, we want you guys connected up. So, and this is the way things are working in West Virginia now. Speed of business instead of the speed of government. There was yesterday when we were dealing with the bill, they had before us. We all realized that it needed some fine tuning and work got done. I had an office full of people, and before it was over and done with, we had a bill that we passed out within an hour and a half, something like that later. I'm proud of that. It demonstrates to companies like Berkshire Hathaway that West Virginia's in the game. We're in the game for all parts of West Virginia, and it excites me. Governor, you mentioned it, the new core. We're developing one growth area after another in the state of West Virginia. And, it's beautiful. And the state of West Virginia has mountains. That's green space, and you can't take that away. You cannot take that away. But we're short on flat land, but this is a prime example on how to get it done. So thank you, Berkshire Hathaway, Senator Jeffries. You and I go way back. I kept my mouth shut when you Senator Jeffries. Can I tell just a little bit of the story? He came to me and said he was going to send a letter over to what's his name, Berkshire. Yes. I'm sorry. I'm nervous and excited. And I go, you don't have to ask me permission for that. Did I not say that? And I said, go for it. We're in this, it's not about Republican and Democrat. It's about being West Virginian and being able to bring the prosperity to all the people in the state of West Virginia. This governor here has worked extremely hard on that over the last 6 years. I'm proud of that, governor, but it's teamwork. It's teamwork across the board that gets companies just like Berkshire Hathaway and others to come to the state of West Virginia. I hope this is a beginning of a long and fruitful relationship, not just the single announcement. So, ladies and gentlemen, give them again another big round of applause.
Well, friends, good morning. My name is Roger Hanshaw. I get the privilege of being the Speaker of the House here in our legislature. And I want to take just a moment and certainly extend our thanks to Berkshire Hathaway Energy, to Precision Castparts, to all the team that helped make today's announcement possible. And think about what a change announcements like today mean for the people of West Virginia, for the state that we've all chosen to call home. I'll illustrate it by example. About 2 weeks ago, I had a gentleman visit my office and talk to me about the excitement that he and his team had about the company that they are trying to locate in West Virginia. And he made a statement that I just won't ever forget. He said, now our investment would only be around $90 million. He said, our investment would only be around $90 million. Ladies and gentlemen, I've reached the point in my life now when I can finally say I'm old enough to remember when, but I'm old enough to remember when we would have given the deed to the governor's mansion to someone for moving $90 million business to West Virginia. So Alicia, Rob, team, we are deeply thankful for the confidence that you've had in us, that you've expressed in us. It's a privilege for us to be able to create an atmosphere here and an environment that allows us to create a 21st century economy. And we're pleased to welcome people who represent everything that a 21st century economy means and everything that that term connotes to the world. And having you here in West Virginia does more than just help the men and women who are going to work in your factory and be in your facility every day. It helps our state, it helps our economy, it helps the entire image of the state of West Virginia to be your partners. So welcome to West Virginia. We are delighted to call you our new friends and our new neighbors. Senator Jeffries has already been mentioned. I get the privilege of introducing my friend and our colleague, Senator Jeffries, who helped make the entire day possible. Glenn.
Well, I told him, I said, I didn't want to go last because everybody gets up here and says everything. There ain't really nothing else to say. So, but Governor, if you wouldn't mind, I'd like to just take a little bit of time and talk about how we really got here. It was very, very interesting on the decision on what to do. I'll start with this, that I was in Morgantown. I was at WU, I was at the research department, and I was driving back that night, and I seen all the technology that was being done in the research department. I was thinking, we got so much potential here that we need to be reaching out to investors across this country. So as I was coming down the road, I called Pam Van Horn, and I started talking with her about some things that I'd like to put a letter together. And so for the next couple of days, we conversed back and forth and came up with a letter to be able to send out to 9 investors in the United States, billionaires. And so in that letter, I'd like to just say a couple of things that was in the letter. It started out with, it said, since a pickaxe first struck coal in 1910 in Wheeling, energy has always been the lifeblood of Appalachia. 53 years later, born out of the strife and blood of the Civil War, West Virginia was created. Our state's fortunes and challenges has always been directly linked to those energies, namely coal. And it was in the letter that I pitched the idea to Mr. Buffett and the other investors is to come to West Virginia. We have some technology that had to do with rare earth minerals. And so when I reached out and sent the letters out, I asked them, come to West Virginia, come and see our mountains. It's a beautiful place. And I'm going to be honest with you, after I got thinking about it, I didn't think any of them would look at the letter. I kind of figured they'd just go straight in the trash can. But lo and behold, about 2 weeks later, and this is this is the funny part. For me, it was scary at first. I said, I was at the office, I was bidding a project, and it was 150 on a Thursday. I'm standing outside and I'm taking phone calls. And during the phone calls, it was material suppliers changing their numbers. And on that sixth phone call, I said, what are we doing now? And there was a hesitation there. And I thought, I said, may I ask who I'm speaking to? He said, this is Bill Furman with Berkshire Hathaway Energies. I fell straight to my knees. So he started laughing, and he said, you in the middle of something? I said, yeah. And I said, I'm in the middle of bidding a job. And he said, well, get your job bid. And he said, give me a call back. And so I got the job bid. I called him back, and we started having conversations, communication with each other. Brought him, he came in, and Bill Furman, he is the president and CEO of Berkshire Hathaway Energies. And when they came in is when I first got to meet Alicia up in Morgantown. And I asked Bill, I said, Bill, did Mr. Buffett really read that letter? He said, yes, he did. He reads every letter that comes in. He said, as soon as he read the letter, he went straight down to me. I said, wow. I said, do you think you can get him to sign it? So, it's by working together that we have come to where we're at today. West Virginia is the place that people are looking for. People are looking to locate here. And I can't thank for Alicia, Steve, for having such an interest here in West Virginia. And I know that there is there's more future things for West Virginia with Berkshire Hathaway. And I looked it up the other day. Berkshire Hathaway, Forbes magazine, #1 in the world in 2022. So look at what we have done working together and what we have brought in here. And I think that stands around for applause. Governor, I'd like to say thank you for your leadership and your vision for the state. I'd like to thank President Blair, Speaker Hanshaw, for the legislation that we run through. I think it's another economic development tool for our Secretary Carmichael. Secretary Carmichael, thank you for staying on top of this. You've had your personal hands on top of this to see this all the way through. And once again, Alicia and Steve, thank you for your consideration. And now you are coming to West Virginia. And here's the letter that I sent to Mr. Buffett. I made a copy of it. So in case if he loses it, I'm going to send it to him again and ask for his signature. So, Governor, thank you very much. And we should all be proud. We can see working together what we can do here in West Virginia. Thank you.
Thank you, Glenn. Thank you so much. Thank you, Governor, for your leadership of the state and seeing all this economic development in West Virginia occur. It's under your leadership, Governor. Thank you. And so to demonstrate how fast this state moves at the speed of business, the governor already has the bill back from the legislature that was passed yesterday and is prepared to sign it. So, Governor, thank you very much.
Okay. Well, Is this work? Okay, we're good. Let me say just two things. Well, the other day, Alicia and Steve, they were and I think Secretary Carmichael, and I don't know who all else was there, but they were over at the mansion. We met. And one of the difficulties was just this. Their company and what they're trying to perpetuate here is without any question green energy on this site. Site specific, but with all of that being said, from our standpoint, as West Virginians embracing alternatives, embracing all the energy sources, because I've said it many, many, many times, and it's oh so true. I mean, when it comes down to crunch time, every single living human being that has more energy lives longer and has a better life. That's all there is to it. So with all that being said, we talked and we said, well, what can we do? And I really believed that these great people behind me would absolutely get on board wholeheartedly. But here's something that happened that I should tell you and we should all be very proud of. One of my first calls was to the Coal Association and talking with Chris Hamilton. And I said, Chris, and then the calls to AEP. And basically we said to all those folks, we explained the whole project and what we would be doing. And you know what? They helped us and they were on board. Absolutely, we are West Virginians that pull the rope together. We absolutely are West Virginians that have always made stuff happen. You should be really, really proud of all the people that I've talked to, all these folks, our coal association, all of our we don't want to forget our coal miners in any way, or our gas workers, and there's no way on God's earth that I would ever even think of such a thought. But really and truly, we're all embracing, loving people in this state. And we want goodness for all, especially for all the people of West Virginia. That's one thing. And the second thing is this, and this is to Glenn Jeffries. Glenn's bebopping down the road, and he comes up with an idea, and he's going to write a letter. And he's going to write a letter and send it out to 9 different people in the world. And there's no chance on God's earth that all of a sudden that hits. There's no chance in the world. But if we don't try, it never happens, does it? But with all that, when that hit, instead of Glenn asking for Warren's signature on the letter, he should have driven straight to the West Virginia Lottery or to one of the casinos. Because absolutely, instead of bidding that job and doing the stuff he was doing, he could have made real money that day. But we thank him. We thank everybody that's been a real part of this. I'm really proud, really, really proud to be that grain of sand or maybe the glue or whatever it may be. But I am really proud to just be a part. So thank you so much. And now we're going to sign this, and it is absolute testimony to our people moving quickly, getting stuff done. This is amazing, amazing. Yesterday, this went up in front of us. And today we're here with an announcement that we knew would happen, but we had to get this done. We had to get this done because there are certain industries that really and truly won't come here unless we're all encompassing. Absolutely, we had to get it done. And look what's happening. We're on our way again, honest to goodness, with Berkshire Hathaway. It is amazing beyond belief. So I'm going to sign right now. I got a whole bunch of pens, and I'm going to go slow. And then, Mitch, you're going to have to pass these out. And absolutely, I've said it over and over, but so many people make great things happen. I see different people in my cabinet that are out here, and I thank them in every way. And Mitch, hell of a job, brother. That's all there is to it. Thank y'all so much.
Thank you.
Okay, I'm going to do that.
Give the first one to Glenn.
Okay. And Well, we're going to give the first one to Glenn Jeffries, but Alicia and Steve are getting the next two.
That's true. I was thinking the same thing.
Okay. Let's see. That's. See, when you get to be important, you get to do this squirrely type sign in here. Okay.
Mr. Pence, you represent the area. Mr. Westphal. Last one. Lady on the.
I'm getting this out of the way. I don't know how we can be more proud of West Virginia.
Yeah, get up.